Hi. About Jody and me. I'd like to show you some movies I made. Had a little trouble with the lens aperture, but it will give you some idea of the hat that caused all the trouble. There she is, modeling the hat. No, that's not a very good view of it. Oh, that's Mrs. Kakunas, who cleans house for us. Don't know how that got in there. But wait a minute now. There she is. That's where she's wearing the hat. See it in a minute. Oops. Well, I'll get this thing patched up, and then I'll tell you about the magic hat and Jody and me. Folks around here call this my ladder of success that I've been climbing down ever since I came back home to Windsor Junction to live. Maybe they're right, but it doesn't seem that way to Jody and me.
It's round, and it's flat, and it has some feathers sticking out.
Now, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'll get it.
But I told you before.
It's round and flat. Well, that could be a pancake or a flying saucer. But that feather, now, that...
You're cold. Look, it's not a riddle. It's a hat.
Oh, yes. The one you showed me in the window at Carter's Millinery.
Can I, Daddy?
Pretty grown-up hat, as I remember it.
That's why I need it, to wear the principal's party.
Well, I'm not sure that I see you in that hat exactly. That hat seemed to me more of the Ava Gardner type. You know, I've always thought of you more on the order of Lana Turner.
I don't see why Lana Turner couldn't wear it. It's round and flat.
Well, Jody, will you find my tri-square someplace, please?
All right. But it's a perfect hat, Daddy. And I think it would do a lot for me.
Your little heart set on it?
Well, it's not that exactly. But I do think it would do a lot for me.
Well, that's a very important consideration.
And I know I would always love it. And I could wear it for years and years.
The economical type hat, huh?
Because it's grown up, so that when I grow up, it'll still be good.
Am I interrupting anything?
Oh, no. Come on in, Anne.
Hello, Miss Coker.
Hello, Jody. Well, you two, have you been discussing the problems of the world?
We were just discussing the role of the king in the culture of the Middle Ages.
We were talking about something else, too. Can I, Daddy?
Well, if you're willing to pay for it.
How much?
Well, now, let's see. The subject under discussion will cost you 2 movies, 1 new bicycle tire that you need, and a new sweater to go with that brown skirt.
Well, gee.
Going.
It's a deal.
Okay. Then you better run along and take care of it. Because Miss Coker is wearing her look, which says serious discussion.
Thank you, Daddy. You'll never regret your decision.
Just practicing for the party, in case they have kissing games.
Oh, I don't think they will. The new principal is holding the reception to get better acquainted with the children, and... Oh, you were joking, weren't you?
Guess I was, Anne.
I do wish I could always know when you're joking and when you're serious.
Well, I can always tell when you're serious, can't I?
I guess so. Michael, it's about Brierley, the girls' school for Jody. Have you decided yet?
Oh, that.
It opens next week. I know how you hate the thought of Jody going off to boarding school, but
Yes, I guess I do. You see, Jody and I get along pretty well.
Well, of course you do. You'd have every right in the world to tell me that it's none of my business, except that, well, I am so fond of Jody and fond of you.
Yes, of course, and I know that Brierley's a very fine school. It's just that, well, honestly, I wouldn't know what to do without Jody around. You know, to sit on things while the glue dries.
What Jody really needs is a mother, but since you're so determined on your sacred bachelorhood, I just don't see how you could possibly deny the child the benefits of Brierley, especially when I'm so sure I can get her that scholarship.
Mrs. Kakunas and I take pretty good care of Jody.
Mrs. Kakunas comes in twice a week to clean house, and I'm not at all sure that her kind of influence is what we want.
Somebody call me.
My, what big ears you have, Mrs. Kakunas.
A person hears things. Where's Jody?
Oh, she went shopping.
Oh, she talked you out of that hat?
Well, no, not exactly.
Michael.
You didn't let a child that age go down and pick out her own hat.
She wouldn't do any worse than some grown-ups I seen going around in hats she wouldn't find in a dead horse.
Now, Mrs. Cocoonus.
Really, Michael, this is exactly what I've been telling you about. Decisions of this sort shouldn't be left up to the child.